sleep over here.
First comfortable chair, she said.
Good evening, Mr. Phil. You look so far away. How
Good
are you,
evening,
my
Laure.
BB?
Okay, LS.
So what's happening in your world?
Oh, well, we're really doing good out there. Lori, I'm in New York City, and my
Yeah.
place of business there in the Port Authority. People are walking up to me. I have this to offer. Can I be on your show? I mean, in one line, waiting for one bus, two people walked over. These people, this one girl, she says to me that she's a recording artist. Then another guy is a psychic. So I introduced them together, and they started talking. They're going to come on the same show.
Oh,
and
my.
this guy, he's an actor too, and he's hooking me up with a major agent in New York City.
Okay, just be careful. There's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of tall tales that get
I know.
told.
Don't forget, I am the one and only Mr. Phil. Nobody
You don't have
outsmarts.
to tell me that.
Nobody outsmarts
You
me.
don't have to tell me
Yeah,
that.
you don't. You eat too much. You go get on.
You eat too much. You go home. You do eat a lot, actually.
Oh yeah, you think so?
I know you eat like Linus, too,
I don't know
because
what you-
I've seen you with my own eyes at my house. Craig remembers.
Yeah.
Mr. Phil eating a bowl of popcorn. I was happy if like 4 little kernels hit his mouth. The rest went all over the place. Had to get like the dustpan after you left. I was like, oh, is Linus here?
And then how about dinner before dinner,
Oh,
Lori?
yeah. I know. Well, we always tell that story.
Yeah,
We
but-
got to give that story.
Yeah, well,
at
anyway,
least for a few
listen.
weeks.
The Chinese buffet. You have to come with me there sometime.
Oh, no, I would be way too embarrassed to go with you. Because they'll probably tell you, you're too, they won't say you're too fat, but they'll say, you eat too much, you go home.
Well,
If it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, they will lose money on you, Phil.
right, but
This man is appetite with skin stretched around it.
Yeah, but I'd like you to know something. Where I go, I eat the least compared to those people. You should see what they look
Well,
like.
because they're 400-pounders.
Yeah, so-
I think Carl was the skinniest one there.
Yeah, he was.
That's a scary thought.
And with me, they were
Scary.
worried. With me, they looked at me. Oh, he's sickly.
Yeah.
And then they
Give
look.
that guy a sandwich.
And then they look at Sandy. What's this?
Yeah, right. These people need a serious sandwich.
Yeah, right.
Well, we call it Pennsyltucky. Sorry.
Pennsyltucky.
We're
But
probably
we're
in the
gonna-
tri-state area. Sorry. Just the drivers.
Yes, something. Well, we're going to have some good shows coming up.
Yes.
I mean, then I was in Joe Franklin's office.
Oh,
And
how's my buddy doing?
he's doing good. And this woman who wrote a book, her and her partner, they're actresses and all. We're going to be getting them on the show.
Okay.
And I'm going to be bringing people from New York City that, actors and actresses, besides singers, come on the show. I mean,
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of requests. People want to come all the
Is
way.
that because of the Manhattan shows?
Of course, because of the Manhattan shows, I mean, and the rest of the Hudson Valley. I mean, so we're really,
Cool beans.
and we're trying to get more territory also, because I had a request for New Jersey when I did that
We're in Jersey.
around
New Jersey.
around
My
Sussex.
stomping grounds. Sussex?
Sussex
Let's
area.
hope. Well, I don't have... I have never seen one of our shows because I have cable vision.
Right.
I feel like getting rid of that and just getting some Time Warner.
But we have requests for
Yeah.
that area. Some people came all the way from Newton up to Liberty to see me in that
Okay.
festival
Yeah.
with Carl, 4th of July, and they said we wish we could get the show.
Oh, good. Well, is there any chance? Does Time Warner go into Jersey?
Carl's looking into it. He says
Okay.
he has some ideas, and he's gonna
Okay.
try some
All right,
other
good.
areas
Good.
of that. But so that's what's
what's
going.
happening.
That's what's happening.
And telethon.
Telethon. Okay, very important.
It's an update.
Update. This is a very important update. The telethon date had to be changed to October 27th, Saturday, October 27th, same time, 2:00 on, because of a memorial service for our former mayor, Decker, which will take place on the 13th of October, and Carl Richards and I are going to attend the service, so we have to pay our respects because Mayor Decker was a great mayor, and he always supported us. He used to come down on telethons, and he used to give us a check. And, he always loved watching my show. In fact, my picture hung in his office.
Aw, that's nice.
So
Very nice.
it's the right thing to do.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
And that'll really, look good to come to his memorial service and pay respect. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. It's October 27th.
27th.
A Saturday is now our telethon. And that's a good time of year because formerly we always did our telethons back when we used to have them on Sundays. Used to be the last weekend of October. So now we're doing them on Saturday. So we're doing it that same weekend.
Okay.
And
No chance of doing it on a Sunday, right?
no,
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And it didn't.
Never mind.
It didn't work on Sunday because you had all the
Yeah.
NFL games.
Oh, right,
Plus that time
right.
of year,
Yeah, that's right.
the playoffs, or more into the World Series, I'd say, that time of year,
Well, they're pretty much done by the end of October, right?
No, the
Yeah.
season's almost going into November now.
Oh, you're right.
The season's almost going into November.
That's right. They used to call Reggie Jackson Mr. October.
Yes, going into November.
Yeah.
And I don't know how true it is, but I heard that they may put in still another round.
Really?
Yes,
Like even more wild
who
card
knows?
round?
But I don't know if it happened or it's just talk. But that's what I was told that they were thinking to do. I don't know if it's going to happen now or when, but of putting in another round to that.
Wow. Okay. What did the Yankees do last night? Did you hear?
No, I didn't hear, but they better straighten there.
I know. They're like
better
neck
straighten.
and I think they're in first, but they're like really
Yeah,
close
right.
to not.
I mean, they were 10 games out, and
Yeah. Oh.
so tough. And then Toronto, they got to take on this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Baltimore was tougher. Baltimore's was in second
Yeah, so
place and then tied for first.
Toronto doesn't play games neither.
No.
So I'm just saying, it's not going to be.
No, I know.
It's not going to be fun.
So what do we have going on this evening?
Okay.
We
We have a couple coming on here that does folk, contemporary rock, all kinds of stuff like that.
Cool.
But first, I'm going to get up and do a song.
Oh, of course. I know that. I just was wondering what's on the agenda.
Okay, so now it's my turn. Okay.
You want this mic? I'll switch mics.
No, I could do it.
Oh, okay.
I
You
could
can do it.
with what I got.
You can do it.
Come do it. Okay.
Right here?
Yeah, I'll do it right here.
Oh, I think you should stay over it by the. Okay, there you go.
Yes. Okay. The song is I Had a Dream, the name of my album. I had a dream, my dream dreams have come true. I had a dream, and I'd like to thank you. I sing from my heart. You know that it's true. I had a dream. Now I stand in front of you. I chase the rainbow. I found my pot of gold. I grabbed for the brass ring. Now here it is I hold. I had a dream. My dreams have come true. I worked so hard to get it to you. I had a dream. My dreams have come true. I had a dream. Now I stand in front of you. I chase the rainbow. I found my pot of gold. I grabbed for the brass ring. Now here it is I hold. I had a dream. My dreams have come true. I had a dream. Now I stand in front of you. I had a dream. My dreams have come true.
Yay! Thunderous applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
much.
Okay. And now,
And now,
here's the moment you've been waiting for.
come
Bring
on
on-
over.
Our guests. Okay.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
I'll just crowd into the show.
Okay, that's fine. You know what?
Alright.
You guys might share that mic and
Yes.
share this mic. Oh, good.
Okay,
Use
I
that
take
one.
that mic one.
Yes, there's a third mic planted in the couch.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a plant. Uh-oh.
Okay. So, your names?
I'm Denise Jordan Finley.
I'm Daniel Pagdon.
Okay. So, tell us a little about yourselves and your music, please.
We're on the Mr. Phil show. Isn't this just the coolest thing?
It's been surreal so far.
Yeah.
We haven't even done anything yet.
Okay, we've been playing together since 2007. You'd think we'd be tired by
It's
now,
2005, Dan.
but all we want to do is
Really
play some more.
upset.
It's 2005?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just trying to make us look younger. Anyway, we compose, record, and perform and tour. In other words, we don't have jobs.
Does anybody have music?
No, of course
Yes, I love being asked what I really do all the time.
That's it. Yeah, we met at the Town Crier in Pauling about 7.5 years ago. I
Right.
guess that would have been. And it was an open mic. Both of us were kind of in between bands, nothing to do.
And mutually, everyone was afraid to play with either of us, and so it's just luck of the
various
draw.
reasons.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we were, people were signing up on the open mic sheet, and Dan came in and he wrote, I'll play bass for anybody. So
I'm just a boy who can't say no.
yeah, so of course nobody really wanted it. They didn't want to mess up their two songs with who knows what he would do. So finally, and God bless him, if you're watching, we thought you were great and you made history with us. But there was a man who got up, and
He had just suffered a traumatic breakup with a girlfriend and poured out his angst in a song that was about 7 minutes long.
had no tonal center, whatever.
You couldn't determine what key it was
No.
in, follow a discernible melody, and
No.
no two chords ever repeated
No.
themselves.
And of course, he wanted Dan to play bass for him. So I watched this man go up, and Dan is playing bass for this guy as if it was the most wonderful music he had ever heard.
Brilliant disguise.
Wow.
And I was so impressed.
Because I made it no worse.
Yeah, because he made it over. So finally, I did something, and I said, Dan, I'd like that bass player to play with me. And
She invited me to play a 12-bar, 3-chord blues song, which
because
she
I wasn't
thought I
sure
might
if he
be
would
able to
mess it
handle.
up. Yeah. And then he crashed a gig that I was doing and walked in, and he just happened to have his bass in his car. So, yeah.
I'd carry around the rig with me in case a jam breaks out at a red light.
So he played, and the rest is history. Basically, I never played alone after that. And
Well,
so
no,
here
that's
he is.
her.
And you never walked alone, right?
No, yes. No, that's okay.
It reminds me, back in the old days, back around 98 on this show, we tried bringing on people from the coffee houses.
Yeah.
And the way it was then, the open mics and coffee houses, nothing like now. I mean,
You mean all the professional musicians out of work and playing at the coffee house?
yeah, I remember they used to put you to sleep back then. Remember?
Yes, another musical quaalude.
Yes. Yes, it was back then. We used to go to this coffee house, and they used to have the lights off with only a little spotlight on the people.
Ooh.
And it used to last for 4 hours. Everybody would be asleep for those 4 hours.
You bring the house lights up, everyone's heads down on the
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I tried bringing them onto the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
What, were they intimidated?
They came, but when they started doing songs that were 10 minutes long, and it was real, real slow, so...
We'll have to take our epic out of this.
Yes. Yes. I went back.
We composed something just for you.
Yeah, when they did...
See, we had a dream too, Phil.
Yeah. But it's different now. What you see now, like the place we go, that coffee house we go to now,
Yeah.
that is a good one.
You mean where we encountered
Yeah, we
you?
met you at Noble's Coffee
He
House.
picked us up
So
at
we
a
can-
coffee
we can
house.
say what it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
You see, it's a pattern with me.
Right. So it's different now, because now that we're on all over the Hudson Valley and in Manhattan, so now we only got to do the best of the best on here.
Yeah. I'll
Yes.
drink to that.
Yeah.
Well, you're off to a good start. We do say so ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you go up there and do your thing?
We brought the record. We thought we'd just put that on.
We can just hang out, have a few
like
I put
few
this back in
jokes
the
in
couch.
Oh, no. Well, I don't sing on the show generally.
Generally.
No.
This is my cell phone.
We know how they were.
And so you guys are welcome to take, I've been taking pictures of you all along. So you know how to do it. You just touch the little picture of the camera there.
You got it.
Because we love one picture of us on the Mr. Phil show. This is so exciting.
Okay.
So exciting.
Do you want a video? Would you like a video or just a...
Oh, you can do whatever you want. Well, I figure the show is going to air, so that's kind of a video.
Yeah, I'll just
Do you know there's a, yeah.
I animated it.
Okay, yeah. This is how we look setting up to play.
Hey, you're in my key light.
Okay.
Ken Smith built this for me in 1986.
We know that the Mr. Phil show is a really upbeat kind of a show and kind of quirky. So
Yes,
we
you kinda
decided
nailed it.
we did our research. Let me tell you, we did our homework. So
YouTube shows.
we decided to do a song that's kind of upbeat and quirky. And in fact, this one, if you're into song lyrics, This one means nothing at all. We like
We
it anyway.
consider it our midlife song of rebellion.
One day you find you've changed your mind. Those chains that bind you far behind you, under the radar. When you ask why, that's when you learn to fly into the eye of the hurricane, under the radar. When it's all for naught, all that you've been taught. What if you get caught under the radar? From Mr. Phil Showdown. Forbidden things. Well, they dance and they sing. You find you're growing wings from your wanderings under the radar. When it's all for naught, all that you've been taught. What if you get caught under the radar? One day you find you've changed, you're fine. No chains to bind you, truth will find you under the radar. Under the So now what? We keep playing, okay.
Play another
Oh.
song.
Well, yeah, we could play it again. That would make it really easy. Well, all of our songs are based in some way on real life, on truth. And we just think that the best songs, real life is so much better than publicity, you know?
Strange is truer than fiction.
It is so true. So Dan and I have been writing together for most of the 7.5 years that we've played together. And Dan does a lot of the research. So he went online. And well, actually, you've known this story for a long, long time.
I'd
You're
like to,
supposed to talk it to the mic.
as strange as the lyric of this song may seem, everything in it actually happened to a real person. Just picture this.
Okay, so we're just going to play a song. Okay.
That's it.
was known by few. Robbed a drain for $40 and some whiskey too. He heard the posse's horses, the baying of hounds. He said he wouldn't go alive, so they took him down. And when his life was over, no one came and cried. No one came to mourn him when McCurdy died. Oh, the sheriff's posse shot him. He couldn't be saved. McCurdy waited 60 years till they dug his grave. Now when the undertaker got him, despite his crime, when he laid the body out, McCurdy looked fine. So when the funeral was over, McCurdy was alone. The undertaker kept him there till he turned to stone. Oh, the sheriff's posse shot him. He couldn't be saved. McCurdy waited 60 years till they dug his grave. Two brothers came to claim him, took him one day, showed him for a quarter on a carny midway. And when they lost him in a card game, McCurdy went out west. Hanging in a fun house, McCurdy took his rest. Oh, the sheriff's posse shot him. He couldn't be saved. McCurdy waited 60 years till they dug his grave. Now when that funhouse fell to ruin, McCurdy would astound. They found that he'd been once a lie when they took him down. Police investigators learned who was to blame. They solved the puzzle of his death and laid him out again. And they made for him a headstone, engraved it with his name. And finally, after 60 years, Elmer McCurdy found his fame. Oh, the sheriff's posse shot him. He couldn't be saved. McCurdy waited 60 years till they dug his grave. Thank you very much. So we have a
I wish I had safety glasses.
yes, our audience is wrapped
But
in
not
what I
too
don't know.
tight.
Sorry, we shouldn't be laughing at our own jokes. That's still on. Okay, there's
Thanks,
an
Nick, for
audience
call.
here. They are here. Okay. Okay, well, let's do one that's a little more serious, maybe. The chorus of this song was actually engraved on the headstone of a little child who died many, many years ago. found in the Municipal Cemetery in Pine Plains, New York, where my family is from. So I think this is self-explanatory after that, right? Sleep, sweet baby, take thy rest. God was watching, he knew best. Etched upon a headstone telling words of farewell, so compelling. Here lies our dear Rosemary, died in 1803. 1 year is all she lived to be. Here lies our dear Rosemary. Sleep, sweet baby, take your rest. God was watching, he knew best. Live we may and die we must. Earth to earth and dust to dust. Monuments of every war, soldiers buried by the score. They fought so we would fight no more. They're marching still through heaven's door. Sleep, brave soldiers, take your rest. God was watching, he knew best. Live we may and die we must. Earth to earth and dust to dust. Frederick, my father dear, with others died too soon, is here. In memories we hold them near, in cemeteries year to year. Take thy rest, God was watching, he knew best. Live we may and die we must. Earth to earth and dust to dust. Now I'm wandering from stone to stone, treading now on human bone. Is a life not also ours to own? Must God be watching all alone? So when we will take our rest, in this world we've done our best. Live we may and die we must. Earth to earth and dust to dust. Earth to earth and dust to dust. Earth to earth and dust to dust. Oh, thank you. Well, we used to go to the only reason we don't go anymore is because it doesn't exist anymore, I guess.
right.
The Songwriters Workshop. And it was held at the at the Hudson Opera House.
And we would go there once a month, and you were supposed to present a new song, a work in progress. Of course, many people cheated. When you'd offer them a suggestion, they'd say, but I already won 3 awards with that, you know? So, which...
Was a lie,
Yeah.
anyway. But
Anyway, we had, before I lived in the present creepy house I live in, I leased a big farm out in the Catskills, and we would go out into the field there once a week. We'd compose songs. Now, one day, there was a big thunderstorm coming in, and, you know, you could feel that in the air, and we were trying to recreate that atmosphere. We went to the Songwriters Circle at night and presented this song, and They said, well, it's a cop-out. There are no lyrics. So I said, well, we call the thing Ozone. And they said, no, you got to come back with lyrics. And so, Denise, the D in chemistry,
Yeah, I did fail. I failed.
went home and learned everything she
Chemistry.
could about, and we found a treasure trove. This is a song about a misunderstood noble gas.
Ozone, thunder rolling through a mountain. Ozone, lightning strikes at the sound. Ozone, just a little ionization. That's how they thought you were found. Ozone, they were wrong about you. Ozone, your gaseous allotrope's blue. They think you're just a hole in the sky. Ozone, poison toxins riding on it. Ozone, your oxygen's so compound. Ozone, you're unstable by atomic. So close to the ground. Ozone, they were wrong about you. Your gaseous allotrope is blue. They think you're just a hole in the sky. Don't cry. Ozone, thunder rolling through a mountain. Ozone, lightning strikes at the sound. Ozone, just a little ionization. That's how they thought you were found. Thank you.
Might be the only folk song with the phrase gaseous allotrope.
Most likely.
Quite sure of that.
Yeah. So, okay, I tuned when I was a little kid, I got my first guitar from my grandma, my 13th birthday, I think it was. And I didn't know the first thing about it, so I tuned the strings around so they would sound pretty in an effort to get out of having to form the chords that the Mel Bay first grade guitar book was offering. So that's what I'm doing right now. I think
Letting the guitar do the work.
yeah, we've been through about 5 tunings and 5 songs, I think. So this is another one of Dan's wonders. Song, a story he's been telling for years. Decided it was time we wrote a song about it. It's about a serial killer, to say the least.
Between 1890 and 1900, there were a series of 10 axe murders in New Orleans. It was always the same MO. Guy would knock out a panel of the back door and kill the people as they slept with the hatchet off their own woodpile. Now one day, a Jack the Ripper letter arrived at the local newspaper, said, Hi, you haven't seen me in a while, but I'll be back in town midnight next Tuesday. Only way to keep me out of your home is to have a jazz band in full swing in the parlor. First house I come to that's dark, I'll bring my axe. The letter was such a Jack the Ripper masterpiece of loony eloquence that I slid it across the desk to her at our weekly songwriting session and said, "It's a song, it's a lyric." And she said, I don't know. Now, I verified this as fact, but we've come to believe that the lyric, the letter that we wrote this song from, which the lyric is virtually a series of verbatim quotes from the letter, we think it wasn't written by the killer.
Probably the local musicians union in New Orleans. We all got some work that night. The chorus of this song, we invite our television audience to join in.
It's in French.
Is in French. Jouez ce soir le jazz orléans ici. Jouez ce soir le jazz si vous aimez la vie. Si vous aimez la vie is a French toast if you love life. That having been said, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have never caught me, and they never will. They have never known me. I am invisible as ether that surrounds your earth. At night I lie unseen. I am not a human being. As I see fit, I come and go from hottest hell. The Axeman is a spirit and a cunning demon fell. I come to claim my victims from your night and leave no trace. I have not a human face. Jouez ce soir le jazz orléans ici. Jouez ce soir le jazz si vous aimez la vie. Alone the Axeman knows it, who the prey will be, and each poor soul is sent below to keep me company. My axe be smeared with blood and brains, alas, the only clues. And with this I am amused, so tell the New Orleans police they should not rile me. As a spirit I am fair, but it's best not to beguile me. Their efforts are a joke to me, and all of Hades too. I am not like one of you. Jouez ce soir le jazz orléans ici. Jouez ce soir le jazz si vous aimez la vie. Again I shall return, and others more shall die. Orleanians take cover, for you know that it is I. As horrible as this much seem, much worse I could bestow. So much worse than I could know. And so do you all offer this alternative when the next time I come stalking, if you wish to live. One thing on earth that I like best, each Orlandian has. Play for me tonight to your jazz. Jouez ce soir le jazz orléans ici. Jouez ce soir le jazz si vous aimez la vie. my warm Tartarus. My axe and I'll be back to slay the fools who care to dare us. But if you will not taunt me, you'll not be my next repast. Allons jouer ce soir le jazz. Jouer ce soir le jazz orléanien. Jouez ce soir le jazz si vous aimez la vie. Si vous aimez la vie. Si vous aimez la vie.
They can't all be love songs.
And some things you just can't say with flowers. Oh, listen to that. How'd I do that? Amazing.
We occasionally create an enharmonic that causes all the backdrops in here to vibrate at the same frequency.
Yeah, don't mess with us.
I'm liking it. That sound is a physical force.
So let's tune up to.
Notice, by the way, that I've used the same tuning for every song.
He plays one note at a
Also,
time, too.
her guitar is made entirely of carbon graphite composite because a wooden guitar would be destroyed by the way she changes the tunes.
How many sets of strings? You must go through a lot.
Actually, I'm very, very careful. I tune very slowly so I don't pop them. So I do pretty well with them. But the main reason I play a carbon graphite guitar is because I can run over it with my car and still...
Which she has.
Which
this
I
is
have.
Not the first one.
Oh, no, it's as light as a feather. It doesn't, if you know about guitars, it doesn't have any bracing inside here. It's made on a mold. It's a carbon fiber. In fact, if you go home and look at your tennis racket or your hockey stick, you're going to see this same thing. So, but I did run over my first one with my car. I had it leaned up against the back of the car. You know, everybody's done it, right? And so I ran over it, and the neck right here came apart from the body. So I thought, well, you know, at first I cried, and then I went in and got another guitar because I have spares. But I wrote to the factory. This is a Rain song, and it was made at the time in Maui, Hawaii, where it was invented. And I wrote to the factory, and I said, well, I just ran over my guitar with my Honda Civic, and I want to know the best way to send it back to you to have it repaired. And I got an email back. Yeah, really, you know. So, but they said, now, what did you say your name was? And I said, Denise Jordan Finley. And they said, we Googled Rain Song and found that there's a picture. My front page of the website before I played with him was a picture of myself playing this instrument. And so the folks at Rain Song, which was a really fledgling young company at that point in time, saw it and said, hey, that's pretty cool. So they printed it out and they hung it in their factory. So she said, are you that Denise Jordan Finley has a website with the picture? And I said, yeah. So they sent me a factory guitar instead. So this is actually my third one. There was another one that came in between. So, you know, I don't know if we're allowed to endorse stuff on this show, so just forget what I said. But it's a really good guitar. Okay, so what on earth are we playing now after all of that? In fact, the graphite really stands up to the tunings, too. It doesn't get pulled around like the wooden guitars do. This is a song that, for that same songwriter's workshop, we were really close to the wire on this one. You know, we had a half an hour before I had to leave the house, and we still really hadn't done anything. I'm there, of course, with the pad and the pencil, and I'm trying to be very studious, and he's just, you know, doing his own thing. So he starts talking about a piece of equipment.
I was distracted. I had just had an Eventide harmonizer delivered to me. And I was talking with her unaware that she was taking notes. And so she wound up with this thing. The lyric to this song is basically my musings on my new Eventide harmonizer.
Yeah, you're going to find
you
out.
Take her for
yeah.
a walk in the cemetery, she writes a song. You know,
Yes.
you will see a train go by, she writes a song. You can't take her anywhere.
Well, people have said that long before you ever came along. I cannot.
And not about the guitar.
But Anyway, a few key words were kind of foostered with in this in order to get the song to come out right. But most people couldn't guess that it was Dan talking about his guitar. So we'll let you count it off.
1, 2, 3.
There's a particular thing that you do, and that thing that you do is it just your way, or just your way of saying that particular thing that you say. And I'm wondering, hey, do you know when you do what you convey? Oh, it's not a love-like thing, no, 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 but I know it happens every time, and I'm gonna tell you so. There's a particular way that you move, that way that you move. Is it just the groove, or just your way